Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Alright, so a great spirit has transcended into the universe, right? Into the afterlife. And we're talking about Miss Winnie Mandela, Mama Mandela. For a lot of you who are probably too young to know about Winnie Mandela, I wrote a little piece, and the piece have all kind of mix up in it. Meaning, it tells a little bit about her life, her tumultuous times and good times, times with the famous Nelson Mandela, and so on and so forth. Pay attention. At the end of this, my own spoken word piece, right? A Mandela, a Mandela, a Mandela, a Mandela, Mandela. Winnie Madikizela Mandela transcends at age 81. Her fight in the struggle to end white minority rule in South Africa on the continent of Africa will never be forgotten, will always be honored. A life of deep sacrifice and tremendous purpose. In the darkest hour of struggle to free South Africa with Nelson Mandela in prison, the face of hope and courage was Winnie Mandela. Rest in Uhuru. Rest in power, Mama. Talk about the liberation of a nation by force and actual activism. A real warrior that embodied the true persistence in the face of injustice and racism. Apartheid not only robbed Winnie and Nelson of their freedom, but it robbed them of the bond they could have had as man and wife. 27 years in prison. Mandela was imprisoned for 27 years. Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for. Almost 3 decades she stood by him. And when he came out, he divorced her. Now here's the mix-up. They made him president of South Africa after imprisoning him for 27 years. People said that was a clone that came out because he was much different. And within 2 years of walking out of Victor Verster prison, Nelson announced publicly that he was seeking a divorce from Winnie Mandela. Just a short rundown. While media wants us to believe that she was some kidnapper and orchestrator of murder and some person that misused funds to fund her own life of luxury, we know the truth. Truth is, Winnie was 22 years old, and Nelson Mandela was almost 40 years old when they first met. She had never lived with the man that she had always loved since she was a 21, 22-year-old girl, because he was too busy fighting for the freedom of blacks in South Africa, fighting to abolish apartheid and minority white rule in South Africa. Due to his tireless passion for fighting the apartheid struggle, well, he was imprisoned and she had other lovers. He never forgave her for that. Her main one was a 30 years her senior attorney who she continued to see even after Nelson was released from prison, although she had stood by him throughout his entire incarceration. She had lovers on the side. Nelson said Winnie was wild and made their daughter Zinzi that way too. He never forgave her. She had bodyguards that killed young black men and raped young black girls. Nelson found out about these things and he never forgave her. Their daughter Zinzi had many children by many different men. A type of woman Nelson did not find honorable and blamed it on Winnie for having multiple men around his daughter, influencing her to be that way, and he never forgave her. That's all personal note, right? In divorce court, Nelson Mandela stood up and said, I will give her the universe. I will give her the world. I will give her everything material. But if the entire universe tried to persuade me, my lord, he said to the judge, it would not, and it could not. I am determined to get rid of this marriage. That was an excerpt taken from Knowing Mandela by John Carlin. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. Woo, hey, hey, hey. Yaga, yo. Yaga, yaga, yo. Tell Babylon that the fight is going down. Slave master, blood will have to run like a river. Slave master, blood will have to run. Run, 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 run like a river. Following in the footsteps of my great ancestors before me, possessed by the rebellious spirit of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, hail His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie. Get up, stand up and fight for your rights are the words of Robert Nesta Marley. I am a conqueror, don't let these fools fool you. I am a warrior, like my father, the great Shaka Zulu. Give me my reparations so I can go forward with this repatriation. Give me my reparations so I can go forward with this repatriation. Back to Africa, back to my own land, back to where I was stolen from. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. Whoa, hey, hey, hey. Slave master, blood will have to run like a river. For my freedom and liberation, blood will have to run. Run, 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 like a river. Big up on yourself. Bless up on yourself, my SouFLoTV audience. Have a productive, progressive day. Live a life filled with purpose, yeah? Live a life driven and filled with purpose, just like the great Winnie Mandela and Nelson Mandela did. Rest in peace, rest in Uhuru Mama Mandela, Winnie. We're out. Off to get my daily bread. Peace.